It's been just over a week since Microsoft Flight Sim 24 came out. So in this video, I wanted to talk about Flight Sim 24, specifically the current state of the simulator, why, even though it's got huge issues and it's an incredibly broken game, why I personally have still really enjoyed it and why I've been playing it a lot recently. And I want to talk about what's good about Microsoft Flight Sim 24 despite its huge issues. Welcome back, subscribers, to the Gamer Muscle YouTube channel. Thank you for being subscribers and thank you for clicking the like button. I really appreciate it. So, the current state of Microsoft Flight Sim 24, it crashes a lot. There's so many bugs with it. The single player doesn't work properly. You get put into missions that are impossible to complete, trees on runways. If you crash your plane in the career mode, good luck grinding your money back up to get a new one. There's so many problems with it, guys. The recent bug we had, when you go from cockpit camera to external camera, if that's double bound to other options, the game would just instant crash. Characters walking on wings. You've probably seen a lot of the videos. Current state of Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's still really broken. However, if you're just doing free flights, or if you're willing to treat it a bit like a Goat Simulator and just accept all the randomness and take that on board as part of the game. However, if you can accept all that, you can actually have a really good fun time with it. Also, if you happen to be in the minority of people that are really lucky, some people have been able to play through it without too many issues, and I've actually gone through multiple hours at a time where it seemingly has felt like I'm playing a normal game that was developed to a reasonably polished state before I'm then actually reminded that no, I'm playing a Microsoft product and something crazy happens. So the current state of Microsoft Flight Sim 24 is that you really, if you want a polished gameplay experience, you're maybe a bit more casual, or even if you're a hardcore sim fan but you just want something a bit polished, the current state is that you need to wait probably another minimum, I'd say 3 months. And I'd probably say if you really don't have much free time and you really want polished games, you really want a nice single player experience, I think it's going to take at least 6 months, guys, for them to sort it out. But, as I say, I have still really been enjoying it. And as I alluded to, I think a lot of it is to do with the mindset. The way I've gone into Microsoft Flight Sim 24 now is that I kind of think of it a bit like a sort of Goat Simulator, and I really have been embracing the totally random stuff. Last stream we did, there was a big crevasse in the middle of the runway that we were told to land on. There's a hole in the runway. Whoa! I had to... Why did it do that? Yes! Skills! Which was just... it's just ridiculous. But I wasn't expecting it, and that novelty is really actually quite fun. Also, a few streams back, tried to do a hot air balloon race with the wind not synchronising in multiplayer. It was ridiculous, and the balloons falling out of the sky randomly. It's ridiculous, but incredibly hilarious. Whatever's happening, woo! We're going up. This is how balloons work. This is balloon flying, guys. This is how it works. It looks like a jelly caught in a sink. Oh no! Now we're gaining altitude still. Look at our climb rate, 5,000. Oh, this is fine. Kite surfing a plane across the Atlantic. Again, why? There's no other game that does that, and it's absolutely hilarious. And I will say, the biggest thing that I'm really loving doing right now in Flight Sim is taking helicopters, especially the smaller helicopters, it can be like the Chinook, or taking the helicopters and just bombing it through the countryside, trying to skim the ground. And that in and of itself, yeah, you could do that in Flight Sim 2020, so you could go do that in Flight Sim 2020 now and not have a lot of the issues that are in Flight Sim 24, but just flying low level in a helicopter, taking in the views, looking at the lighting, trying not to hit trees, enjoying the new grass and the ground details, which really do make the low-level flying pop and feel a lot more immersive now compared to Flight Sim 2020. Just doing that is so amazing and so fun, especially, as I say, compared to Flight Sim 2020, but also compared to many other video games. And if you're just talking that you're paying £35 or the Game Pass, doing that free flight, low-level flying in a helicopter, in and of itself, is worth £30. So the big issue with Flight Sim is that it's just a bit of a lie how it's marketed. The career mode doesn't work, and it's a bit of a disastrous launch, and it's buggy. However, if you approach it with the correct attitude, or a selective attitude that allows you to enjoy it, great philosophy for life there, guys, then you can really enjoy it, and I have personally been really enjoying it. I will be honest, I have been influenced a little bit by the fact that we have the amazing Moza AB9 joystick, force feedback joystick, and force feedback with helicopters, using hardware, trimming, even just a Cessna with force feedback joystick. Oh god, guys, it's incredible. You try one. Try a force feedback joystick if you can. It's amazing, and if you do buy one, use my affiliate link, Shill Muscle. But no, force feedback with Flight Sim, I'm loving that. Of course, you can use those joysticks with other sims as well. So yeah, I've been really enjoying it, and you can see that whilst we've been live streaming it. You know, I say it how it is when we live stream. So the thing with it is, it's just a really weird state that it's in right now. Not polished, but still quite enjoyable. Now that does lead me onto the an interesting question or thought that arose to me whilst we were playing Flight Sim 24, is just the disaster of the launch of this game, and actually how needlessly the disaster of the launch of this game was. So given how fun you can just do the free flight stuff, given how nice the graphics are, fly through the Grand Canyon, guys, oh my god, the tessellation and the terrain, you can't comprehend it. Given how good some of the aspects of this game are, it blows my mind the incompetence of the launch of this title. The server stuff at the start, you can understand that that's just they underestimated the demand, and that's a technical thing. So that I'd put that to one side. I think that's a separate issue. It's something they should have not had a problem with. Put that to one side. But all the bugs, all the single player stuff, all the game design issues in the single player, and how that affects the actual experience of playing the game, all those things could be avoided. Even if you go, right, they have to release the game early, it needs more polish. They could have literally released Flight Sim 24 with just the free flight mode, some basic standard missions, effectively the same sort of release that Flight Sim 2020 had, but have it that the career mode's coming out in 25 when it's actually polished, because, well, you'd want to play it when it's polished, not when it's broken. Have it that you know that other stuff's coming out later, like the Red Bull flights and a bunch of other stuff, rally races and all the other things. Just lock all that at launch until it works, and then launch. They should have launched with just the free mode, but then really aggressively advertised the sheer quality of the ground details. Really advertised the new vehicles that are in the simulator, the new helicopters, and you know, all the landing pads and all the sorts of graphical things that are in the free flight mode, which obviously the career mode takes advantage of. But you could still really have advertised this as a massively groundbreaking game with the anticipation of the single player stuff that's coming along for you to be excited about, with it not being particularly broken, and with most players, I think, going, oh bloody hell, this is fantastic, and not then getting the massive negative backlash and the frustration that I think a lot of people are having with the title. So it's just really strange, Microsoft Flight Sim, and I do actually feel really bad for a lot of the developers that will have worked on this. They will have been thrown under the bus. There'll have been people that have worked so hard and done incredible work on Flight Sim. They will now also be working under insane crunch because of the game being forced out and them now having to crunch on an active title. And I think a lot of people are missing or ignoring some of the absolutely incredible groundbreaking components of Flight Sim because there's too much janky, broken single player game bugs and things that just you shouldn't have launched a title with, or you shouldn't have launched features in a title that cause those bugs to happen. So I do feel really bad. I think it's probably marketeers and business people have really actually screwed over the developers, but more importantly, really screwed over players, and actually probably screwed over the bottom line and profitability of the title, because they've got a bit of a mountain to climb now due to the sense of despair that surrounds Flight Sim 24 completely needlessly, I think. So that's really my thoughts on it. So, because I've had quite a few people that have seen our other videos where we've pointed out the obvious problems with the simulator, and then people are a bit confused that we're live streaming it and having a lot of fun. So that sort of frames things so you can understand that yes, you can have fun with it. Think of it a bit like Goat Simulator. You can still play it a bit seriously as well, but there's a lot of stuff that will break at random and the career mode's a bit broken. So what I've just said in this video basically clears all that up, hopefully, for those of you that are a bit confused as to how we're enjoying such a broken game. Hopefully that helps you, and now you understand the state of Flight Sim a bit more. Thanks for watching this video. Happy tea drinking. Take care, and goodbye, guys.